it's dangerous. But you're the only one who can unite the people. You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change. And that time is now.
This is my message to you.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the Boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
This is your captain.
I get it, rules are rules if he's grounded!
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
TT, the official ground transportation provider for 2024 CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series Coordinators, hosted in Trinidad and Tobago. Sponsors, the Government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Ministry of Sport and Community Development, Sport TT, the Sport Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, I Choose Sport, Powerade, Subway, Blue, the Caribbean, CFU Under 14 Challenge Series. Well, we're here at the Hazy Comfort Stadium as we get ready for what is the final game of the preliminary rounds of this group. It's the British Virgin Islands. They're up against Anguilla. The British Virgin Islands, they are in yellow. The Anguillan team are looking to force their way into the semifinals. They are in orange and blue. As we've got the starting lineups for you. For the British Virgin Islands, we've got in goal Trevor Stevens. He'll be sporting the number 1 jersey. Wearing the captain number, number 7, Miles Penn. Number 2 is going to be Devon Daly. Number 3, Branson Walters. Number 4, Carlton Stewart. Number 9, fresh off his hat-trick, Tariq Charles. Number 11, Joel Guilford. Number 12, Quinn Woodfield. Number 14, Karik Matthews. Number 18, in fact, he's going to be wearing a blank jersey. That's Odoni Gangu. And rounding off the starting lineups, we've got Kaden Fretz. That's number 19 for the Anguillan team. In goal, Kisane Brown. Number 10, the captain, Karen Hibbert. Number 2, Sion Thomas. Sporting number 5 jersey, it's going to be Darlene Smith. Number 6, Amari Webster. Wearing the number 9, it's going to be Jalen John. Number 13, Ellis Dean. That's number 12, Ellis Dean. Number 13, Johnny O'Connor. His brother, Tikari O'Connor, will be sporting number 20 jersey. Number 14, Codine Joseph. And rounding up the starting lineups, the McQueen Proctor. So that's the starting lineups for these two teams as they bring the curtain down in the preliminary rounds of Group B in Phase 2 of the CFU Boys under 14 Challenge Series. The two teams just meet the officials. Just meet the officials as they are ready to rumble here. The captains, they'll wait to take the toss as the team go away to take their photo ops. The group in the center, the third team on the pitch as we are almost ready to go in what is going to be an interesting clash as both teams have a chance to get into the quarterfinal round. So it's a virtual knockout here. The British Virgin Islands, they got a winner just last afternoon as on the backs of a hat-trick from the impressive Tariq Charles. They were able to get past the U.S. Virgin Islands. Anguilla, they have been good thus far, and they would want a win here to seal their place and move through. All to play for in this one as the two captains just exchanged pleasantry. It's Hibbert, the number 10 for Anguilla, and the impressive Miles Penn. He's going to be up and down that wing as they try to get going here. The referees just ensuring that all is correct. They exchange flags and emblems. Last minute photo ops here. Remember, this is the CFU Under 14 Challenge Series tournament that brings out the best in the youngsters. The British Virgin Islands team, they're coached by Josette Gregg and the assistant coach, Tomat Albert. On the Anguillan side of things, they are coached by Kapani Batis, and the assistant coach is Tashim Fleming. So that's the staff on the bench as we see the referee assistants just going and ensuring that all is well with the equipment, the nets, etc. as they line up here. The British Virgin Islands, they will be kicking from right to left on your screen in the yellow with slight green strips in front of them. And they're going up against Anguilla, who's going to be in orange and blue. Both teams with a chance to go through. And standing on the ball, it's Joseph. Kolani Joseph. As they wait for the time, the clock to strike 12. And that's the kickoff here for this one. Expect a cracker. A bit of a heavy touch there by Proctor. In fact, that was Fritz. And here comes the British Virgin Islands. The ball played forward. And here, oh, he stripped up Tariq Charles. Always a threat. In fact, he almost created 3 goal scoring opportunities that put away the U.S. Virgin Islands yesterday. Already showing that he's going to be a threat as the defender. Tikari O'Connor, just with a heavy touch. And he was there, the ultimate approacher as the ball was played away. He was fouled. And Miles Penn with his left boot is going to take this one. We look to see what he's going to do. From this angle, he can try at goal. He's got a very intelligent left boot, this young man. Let's look at the delivery. It's high and over the goal. So, first strike there as the British Virgin Islands look to show what they're made of. Ball dumped along there by O'Connor. Sticking down skillfully played to Gangu. And then a bit of a mix-up, but going to chase it down is going to be nice passing here, but coming across at the back, taking no prisoners, no chances is Stewart. Big colon Stewart. Ball played forward, bit of a hands in the back, no call by the referee. Colon Stewart going to usher it off, he's bounced off the ball. And then Woodfield picks up in the middle of the park. He finds Penn. It's going to be a Penn and Charles. Strong challenge by O'Connor. He's going to send a message early and often to Rick Charles. He would know that that is the attacking threat. Both teams would have an opportunity, had an opportunity to see each other play. The coaches would know who are the threats. As Penn with the long throw. You're going to expect that combination of names to be called often in this one. Bit of hands in the back, no call by the referee. Finally, the whistle blows, and it's going to be a free kick for the British Virgin Islands. Silky smooth movement there by Gangu. O'Connor comes and puts it out into touch. As he had Guilford just looking there. Of course, if you're seeing Gangu or Danny Gangu with a blank jersey, it's because he was the keeper, the second keeper, and he has to play with a number that was not registered. Ball thrown in. As here comes the boys from Anguilla. Cut out there, and it falls to Penn. Miles Penn. This is going to be a battle within a battle. The ball across. Oh, it's gone past everyone, but it comes back to Penn. He's in an offside position. So Cian Thomas and Miles Penn, they're going to have a battle within the context of this game. Whoever wins that war is definitely going to see their team walk away with the points. Miss kick there by O'Connor. That's Tikari O'Connor. And it's going to be a throw-in. Taken quickly by Thomas. Finds his captain. That's a beautiful ball across, but well handled at the back. But it's still alive. So doing some good defensive duties out there on the wing-back position for the British Virgin Islands. Was Daly. Ball goes out and into touch. Gangu to take the throw in. As you're seeing a lot of movement, a lot of industry, but not much end product, as that one comes off the pint-size Guilford as he tries to play it inside. Goes off of Dean and goes for a throw-in, Ellis Dean. So they're taking their times about getting the throw-in. Of course, if there's one thing that doesn't really sit well with me, is the no ball boys here. Ball across the area. It's cleared out, but goes only as far as Fritz. Charles. Miles Penn. Penn with the beautiful ball across, but it's into the arms of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Brown. And he uses his whole area. Sends his troops forward. Just taking the sting off of the game it's headed on. But tracking back and then giving it to his goalkeeper Stevens. But he's almost closed down. Mistake created. Bit of panic stepping in at the back there. Walters anywhere will do. But it falls nicely to Guilford. And Guilford has been chopped down, and the first card is shown. It's the captain who finds himself in the referee's book, Kieran Hibbert. And Whitfield just leaves it for his stopper. The big man at the back that patrols well, takes no prisoners, this Calon Stewart. As there we see the infringement. It was Guilford just gliding past the player. Shot from distance here. It falls beautifully to Penn, and then it's finally clear. Fritz is gonna get there first. Passes it to Walters. Nice 1-2. Fritz just unable to keep it in place. So it's gonna be a throw in here for the Anguillan team. Ball thrown in, headed on. They try to come forward. Dean just breaking things up at the back, but then the ball is given away. And it falls to Gangu Hibbert. Gangu still going. Comes all the way across. A hint of a handle ball, no call by the referee. Ball played wide at a Penn, but O'Connor marshalling the back line here. As it's cleared out. Picked up nicely. This can be threatening here as going for a run. He's taking Fritz for a run, but it's cut out by Walters. So that was Jaron John. And the ball goes out. It's going to be a corner. So there we see John. Ball just beautiful reverse pass. And it finds John. Carried Fritz for a run. He had the measure of him. But on the cutback, it was Walters who provided able support. Coming off the legs, and it's going to be a corner. So it's going to be John to take this one. He's going to be taking it with the right boot. The big guys from the back, they've loaded the area. So let's have a look. John. Ball floated across. Well handled there by goalkeeper Stevens, ensuring that there was not much excitement in the area. And then he calmly sends his troops forward, bangs it upfield. Not the best of distributions. It goes directly out. So remember, in the earlier game, a 0-0 draw. An intense battle it was between the U.S. Virgin Islands and Tuxokikos. As we look towards seeing some exciting football here in the final game of this group. The standings for Group B coming into today's game. We had the Tuxokikos perfect with 9, so they will finish the group on 10. Whitfield, Guildford always willing to take on his opponents. Falls to Gangu. Gangu turns away from the challenge, but it's played into space, and of course, you know Charles is going to be going there, but a good defensive challenge there by O'Connor. So they had coming into this game on 4 points is the U.S. Virgin Islands, the British Virgin Islands, sorry. So they can get in if they get a victory here. Of course, they'll have to score to win. So with a victory, they'll definitely be in on this one. In fact, it's Anguilla. Anguilla who's on 4 points. So Anguilla with the opportunity to move through. They are presently at this time in third position. But a win here would put them into the second position and able to qualify for the semifinals. Dominica would be biting their nails in their hotel's rooms. The British Virgin Islands here just playing really for pride, trying to get a win. They are on just 3 points from their 3 games. As Daly goes to take this throw. Choose it to Gangu. And Gangu playing it inside to Guilford. Always willing to go for a bit of a run, but he loses out to Hibbert. They go wider to Ajani O'Connor. Back to Hibbert. Hibbert, ball charged down by. And Hibbert comes back and able to win it out. And here comes Anguilla. A shot from distance, but it's wide there. Just floating forward was Webster, Amani Webster, but his shot was not on target. Stevens playing it across and taking it down and playing it wider here to John. Gerard John goes past Fritz, and then the ball comes off of the boot of Woodfield, but it's easily handled by Stevenson. The ball just played out to Fritz. Coming nicely in the pocket there. It falls to Penn. Penn losing out. As they just exchange possession here in this period early on in this game. Just about 15 minutes gone between the British Virgin Islands, they are in yellow, and the Anguillan team. Anguilla with a chance to go through to the semi-final, and standing over it is Hibbert, as he's going to try to find a player in the box. It goes all the way through, and it's finally just cleared upfield. Shot from distance, a deflection. Goes wide and out for a corner. So it was an interesting shot from a distance there by Joseph. As the ball goes out, it's going to be a corner here. Walking across to take it is Hibbert. Ball across the area. Unable to control it there. And it's a handle ball there by Big O'Connor. Big Connor. That's Tikari Connor. And they begin to play the ball from the back. Walters playing it to Fritz. Coming nicely in the center there. And just picking up with was Matthew. And played out there by Woodfield. So looking to take the throwing there is Daly. In fact, it's not Daly. That's Thomas. Here, Thomas taking this throw. And the captain, he's been everything for this team. That's Hibbert. As he's going to take a throw. It's going to be a long throw as he's going to try to throw it into the area. Throws it in the area. Ball across. It's not clear. Connor. Guilford finally gets it clear. But an infringement they deem to have taken place. And it's going to be the British Virgin Islands team who's going to get the opportunity to play the ball from the back. Stewart. Callum Stewart. Just settles over it. He's looking for movement. Goes short to Fritz. Fritz taking up the ball with some space and time. Ball played through. Falls nicely here to John. John looking to go for a bit of a run. And picking up the ball is Penn, Miles Penn. Ball played over the top. But Connor gets there first to carry Connor. But he's giving it away here. And just not able to get his good pass. There was Matthew. So Penn, Charles, Gangu, Daly. He loses out. He'll have to defend now. Does so effectively as Stewart collects and bangs it back upfield. Dean. Guilford trying to keep it in play, but unable to do so, so it goes out for a throw. So remember, you're watching the CFU Under 14 Challenge Series here from the Hazley Crawford Stadium. It's action in Group B. Tier 2, as that's the water break as the team takes time to get a drink. We'll refresh ourselves as well. We'll be back for continuation of the first half in this one. Welcome back here to the Hazley Crawford Stadium as the action continues in the CFU 2024 Boys Under 14 Challenge Series. We've got the final game in Tier 2, Group B. As the British Virgin Islands in yellow, they're up against Anguilla. Both teams are yet to break the deadlock. The Anguillan team, they are in orange and blue and will be kicking from left to right on your screen. They are in with a chance. They're on 4 points. A win here could get them to 7. The British Virgin Islands team, they're on 3. They'll just be looking to really finish the competition strong. Remember, this is a developmental competition. Trying to get a shot off from a distance. There was Proctor. Ball wider to John. Bit of a heavy touch, and Fritz able to win out. Finds the impressive Penn, but then poor touch, and Thomas able to win out. But coming back from an offside position was Joseph, Colini Joseph. And they start the ball from the back. John Hibbert. Nice move by Hibbert here. He's been awesome thus far. Strong challenge though there by Daly, but it falls to another Anguillan player. John coming up with it. Tries to put the ball through. Falls to Hibbert. This can be dangerous. Shot from distance. But straight at the goalkeeper Stevens. It was a good shot though. It had a lot on it. But it was straight to the goalkeeper, who did quite well. So a good build-up there from Anguilla, as they're threatening to look at it here again. It was a nice ball through. Good defensive work by Daly to put it off. But then it fell to Hibbert, who got a shot off. And they're claiming it again. So they're coming in waves now. And that was a corner. Johnny this time. And the ball dumped out. So the British Virgin Islands are living dangerously here. As Anguilla, they're coming in waves now. Ball thrown in. Whitfield doing the necessary, but he's fouled there by Hibbert. Hibbert has to be careful. He's been everything for his team. As you see the Dominican team just entering the stands here, they would have had some training, I think, on the practice pitch. Or probably they're scheduled to train later. But they want to see for themselves if they are going to be moving on or going home. At present, they hold the second position. Trying to get that ball across. There was Joseph. As the Anguillan team, they're definitely beginning to tighten the screws here. See onside he is. Ball played across. Headed up. And Stevens comes. Claims not cleanly, but competently. As he throws it out. Good throw. Almost to the half line. Finds Penn. Penn goes back to Fritz. Fritz inside to Gangu. Gangu just losing out there, but the ball goes into touch. So it's going to be a throw-in to the British Virgin Islands. They'll want to take this thing off the momentum that has been built up here by this Anguillan team. Ball thrown forward. Connor just comes and clears things out. Connor, also a goalkeeper, but he's been playing out. He's been able to marshal the back line of the Anguillan team. So that change have definitely helped them tactically. Fritz with the throwing. That's kid on Fritz. Thomas just clearing it out. So they're going to get another opportunity here. That's Fritz. As the British Virgin Islands, their coach, Craig, just giving some instructions, their coach, Joseph Gregg. And looking to come away with it is O'Connor. Johnny O'Connor. Ball falls. Tries to get John going. Comes back to skipper Hibbert. Hibbert has an intelligent left boot. That's a beautiful ball across. A touch by Daly. And goes out for throwing there to Connor. So Johnny Connor, he's been lively. And you know Hibbert is going to throw this one long into the area. Getting into the area is the big number 20. That's Tikari Connor. So a bit of a set play here. As Hibbert will throw into the area. And you're going to see them crashing the box. Ball is thrown in. Cleared. Forced to corner. He misfires. And then the ball goes out. And it's going to be a throwing here for the Anguillan team as they're coming in waves now, applying pressure as they try to get the go-ahead goal to break this deadlock and probably give themselves a chance to going into the semi-finals. Hibbert looking to throw it. He just rounds up with a bit of a run-up and he throws it into the area. A heavy touch, and it's going to be ushered out for a goal kick. So it's going to be a goal kick for the British Virgin Islands team as they will try to get a goal as they've been under some pressure thus far in this one as Walters gives it away needlessly. It falls to Connor. That's a Johnny, but then he gives it away to Gidford, who loses out. Shot from distance there by Webster. Not the best of thinking. Goes to Stevens, who bangs it upfield. We know he can kick as it goes all the way out, and just a shot out there by Ellis Dean. So it's been mostly one-way traffic, but that's not going to bother the British Virgin Islands. Yesterday they played the US Virgin Islands, and it was almost one-way traffic. But they came up winners 3-1 there off the back of Tariq Charles. They'll hope that that continues here today. The Anguillan team, though, they'll know that they need to get a victory if they're going to have to go through into the semifinals. Guilford. And the ball is just played out. Pint size, but he packs a punch. This Joel Gidford. Woodfield just brought down. And looking to come across is Callan Stewart. So Stewart. Adoni Gangu losing out. But then he's able to come back and win out. Webster playing it forward to John. John and Fritz in a foot race. And it comes off over Fritz and goes out for a throw-in. And coming up to take the throw-in is going to be Thomas, Sion Thomas. So the Anguillan team applying pressure here. They look good in possession. Ball thrown downfield. Good take by John. Skillful. Still John, but then it's just put out there by Penn, and it's going to be a corner. So the big guys from the back, they load the area. That's Connor, to carry Connor, all of just under 6 foot. Anna Smith, that's Daleen Smith. So Smith about Hibbert about to take this corner. He's going to take it with the left boot. Curling it, but it's into the arms of Stevens. So Stevens just gobbling it up. Rolls it short to Fritz. So Fritz just able to bangs it upfield, but it comes off the chest of Thomas. And Fritz looking to throw it forward again here. Banged upfield and out by Hibbert. So as we approach the half-hour mark in this one, remember the first half is 35 minutes at the under-14 level. The score is the British Virgin Islands, they're 0, Anguilla 0. Both teams are here looking to break the deadlock. Comes off of Penn and goes out, so it's going to be a throw-in. the wing back, Sion Thomas, to take. And he tries to steal a couple of yards. Thrown forward, headed up into the air. Fritz. And tangling up there was Woodfield, Quinn Woodfield, and Procott. Proctor. As Fritz. Proctor just losing out. Woodfield. That's a good ball over, just out of the reach of Penn. So, out of the reach of Penn, as it's going to be a throwing here. It's going to be taken by Sion Thomas. Ball flicked on Gango as they try to build. Guilford up against Dean. Dean taking no prisoners. Puts it into nearest touch. Safety first. As the British Virgin Islands looking to finish the half strong. Looking to get on the scorecard. Some good work there by Proctor. Finds Connor. And they try to exchange passes. But it goes out of play. And it's going to be a throwing. Dean is going to take it. Ellis Dean goes back to his skipper who's come deep to collect that ball. Hibbert. And he bangs this one looking for John. It finds him. John with room and time. The shot from distance. Just over the top of the goal. So good change of play by Anguilla, by the captain who's come deep. He came deep. It was a ball across, a crossfield ball. Look at it here. Deflected out and it fell to John. John, though, unable to keep down the shot, and it went over the crossbar. Proctor. John again. The early ball over, aimed at Connor. At Johnny O'Connor. Still O'Connor, the ball across. John! And he's not able to finish, and it's cleared over for a goal kick. The Dominican supporters in the stands, they know that their team hopes depend on this. So look at it here again. It was a beautiful ball by John. It found Connor, and Connor back over to John. He should have done a whole lot better. There was there on John and cleared over the line for corner. Seems to have heard something there, John. Probably not locking the ankles on impact, but it seems to be the knee. In the meantime, some of the players just jog across to have some refreshment. So we're looking to see they just pull him to his legs and heal himself. So not much time, much more time left in this, the first half. Jogging across to take this one. Here's Hibbert. So Hibbert to take this one. He's going to be taking this one with the right boot. So you can kick with both feet here. The captain. Ball floated across. Stevenson comes and claims confidently. Tevon Stevens. And then they try to get Charles going, Tariq Charles, but it's broken up there by Webster. Tries to get corner going. That's a Johnny, but it goes out for a throwing, and Ellis Dean is going to take this one. So the Anguillan team representing the small island well here. And the infringement would have taken place. It's going to be Anguillan ball, a free kick. So it's gonna be Hibbert standing. He's gonna take this with the left boot. Ball floated into the area. It's over everyone. A shot from distance. Oh, beautiful shot. It falls to the feet of Joseph, and he puts it in. So Anguilla takes the lead. They lead this one 1-0. It was a shot from distance there by Webster. Keeper Stevens did well, but first to react was Colini Joseph, and he put it in. Anguilla leads 1-0. So look at it here, floated in, was it played back out. Webster with a shot from distance, parried by Stevens, but the first to react was Joseph. He celebrates. Anguilla lead 1-0. It means the world to them. And that's the halftime whistle. So at the half, it's 1-0. Anguilla that leads in this one versus the British Virgin Islands. The Dominican supporters have come to the stands and they are silent. So at the stroke of halftime, Anguilla, they go to the half leading 1-0. It was a half that they pressed and pressed coming into this game, knowing that they needed to win to be able to get through to the semifinals. They pressed and pressed. British Virgin Islands, to their credit, they bend but they did not break. But just before the halftime whistle, a floated ball in by Hibbert, headed down, headed out, and the shot from distance by Webster. As we have some of the highlights. Joseph here, and it was John. He got past first, but doing the defensive duties, there was the big number 3. That's Walters. Stevens was good for his team. Gangu playing that ball through, and we all would know the threat that is Tariq Charles, but Connor did the good defensive duties. Here it was a beautiful ball across, and Johnny Connor turned his man, floated it back over, and with the goal at his mercy, John was unable to get it on target, cleared over the goal line. The captain, Hibbert, he was here, there, and everywhere, but standing in his way was Stevenson. But just before the halftime whistle, a floated ball in. It was just played back out. The shot from distance from Webster, the rebound falling nicely to Joseph. He put his team up. They celebrate. Anguilla at the half. They lead 1-0. We go to the break. When we come back, we will have more second half action. Welcome back to the Hazley Crawford Stadium as we get ready for second of action. At the half, the boys in orange and blue from Anguilla, they lead 1-0 here as there are going to be some substitutions as Anderson, number 3, he's going to be making his entrance, as well as the number 8, that's Derek for Anguilla. For the British Virgin Islands, making his entrance is the number 13, that's Davis. James Tucker Davis makes his entrance as the British Virgin Islands, they try to find a solution to this scoreline. Anderson will go to the right back position. He's going to be matched up against the impressive Miles Penn as they get ready to send them on their way. And that's the kickoff here. Going to Tariq Charles. He loses out. Kangu looking to go for a run. Penn, but Anderson able to squeeze it out, and it falls to the goal scorer, Joseph. Fritz unable to control it, and it goes out, and it's going to be a throw-in. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Anguillan team. They are going to be kicking from right to left on your screens. Anderson, the substitute, throws it aimed at that John. It goes out of play. Thrown into Hibbert. He loves to just waltz around. A shot from distance here. Stevenson able to handle. And the referee just calling for the infringement. So it's going to be a free kick. Remember, this is CFU action here. The CFU 2024 Boys Under 14 Challenge Series. Playing it up the line for Tucker. Tucker through the gap. Touched on by Guilford. But Connor, he's not going to take any chances with Tariq Charles lurking. Puts it into nearest touch as the British Virgin Islands, they are looking to respond here as Tucker to take the throwing. That's James Tucker Davis. Goes out, and it's going to be a throw-in at Ellis Dean. Ellis Dean to take it. Throws it forward. Again, Davis just heading it out. Ball thrown on the line. Daly in a battle there with the goal scorer, Joseph. But across comes Joseph Stewart, and he just puts it into touch. The CFU tournament bringing together the young talent in the Caribbean region at the under 14 level. And they score in this is the Isle of Tobago. Jamaica leads Aruba 1-0. That those results purely academic, as Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica have already qualified out of that group, first and second. That kind of change. Yes, a nice kill here by John. Gets past his man Fritz. Fritz recovers well, but he brings him down. No call, says the referee. And then he puts it into touch. So it's going to be a throw-in. So this tournament, an exciting tournament. The Anguilla, one of the British territories. It's in the Eastern Caribbean, it comprises small island and several offshore islets. So the population just about 15,000. Ball across. Oh, Stevenson clashing, and that's a penalty. So Stevenson flattening. It was he's just been able to pull himself up. So we'll have a view of that shortly. Keeper Stevenson, he came, he missed everything, and it was Joseph. It was the long throw by Hibbert. back to Hibbert, and he floated it across with the left boot. Stevenson came and flattened Joseph. The referee was on spot, and he pointed to the spot. Joseph has been unable to shake off the injury, so the referee is going to call on the physio as they wait to take the penalty. So coming out the worst for wears there was Kolani Joseph. And he's gone down, but it provides the opportunity for the Anguilla team to double the advantage. They came into this game having played 3 games, winning 1, drawing 1, and suffering defeat once in the competition. So standing over the ball is the number 9, Jaron John. So John, he's up against Tevon Stevens. The referee just ensuring that all is well. And John, the referee just telling him that you need to stay at least on the line. Some tension here as John faces Stevens. John into the back of the net. So Jaron John, he doubles the advantage, placing it past Stevens. The Anguillan boys, they celebrate as they go up 2-0. Let's look at it again. John just gliding it past Stevens. He chose the correct way, but he could not get into the corner. And it's Anguilla 2, the British Virgin Islands 0. So there it was. After the infringement, Stevens, he chose the correct way, went full stretch, but was unable to get to it. And Anguilla, they double their lead. As here comes Anderson going on the overlap. It's broken up. And Ellis with a heavy touch. Charles, but then they're able to win it back. Hibbert finds John. His confidence is up. Goes back to Anderson. Anderson with the early ball. Aimed at the substitute who has come on because of the injury to Joseph. That's Robin. The last time Robin entered a contest, he turned it on his head. He'll be hoping for more of the same here. That's a good flick through. But Fritz able to come and clear it out. Falls to Gangu. A heavy touch. Hibbert wins out. Finds Robin. Robin finding Connor. Johnny, that is. And that's a beautiful return pass. But he's not able to keep it under control. That's Derek. And it's cleared out. So Anguilla now coming in waves as they look to tighten the screws in this one. Looking to get the knockout punch. As it's going to be the long throw by Hibbert. The captain of this team, Karen Hibbert. Remember that name. Thrown into the area. It's gone all the way across. Finally clear. Ellis first to it. He's just come back from an offside position. Was Connor, Johnny. So they're looking to tighten the screws now. The Anguillan team. And they go back. Here, just bringing the ball across the back. Ball played forward. But it comes off of the Anguillan player. That's John. He's just been able to get And in Tobago, again, the Jamaican team are just doubling the advantage versus Aruba. Ball headed clear. As they try to thread the needle here. Strong challenge and played out by Daly, Devon Daly. But always up for this long throw. Thrown into the area. The referee calling for the infringement on Robin. Comes off his hand, really. Kijela robbing. And it's cleared out as they reset. So they're going to start the ball from the back here. Walters kicking it upfield. Goes as far as Derek. Woodfield losing out to John. John to Hibbert. Hibbert trying to thread the needle. Good defensive header by Stewart. Walter just clearing it anywhere will do for him. John. He's got Anderson. Anderson in possession. Hibbert. So they're stringing those passes together here. Back to John. John finds his captain coming forward. Ball across. Derek. But it's just charged on. Still not cleared. Robin. And then finally just cleared out there. Anywhere will do there by in fact, it's not Daly, it's Davis. So they're under some sustained pressure here, this British Virgin Islands team. Connor. Gangu not clearing right properly, and then forcing a safe out of the keeper there was that's robbing. They go back to Anderson. Anderson with the early ball across. Woodfield. Penn. Still Penn. Miles Penn. And then he just gives it away here to Connor. They're under pressure here. Daly just playing that one out. And it's going to be a throw-in. So, more of the same here, as the long throw is going to be used by Hibbert. Falls to Robin. And there the referee calling for the infringement. He has a chat there with Robin. So he has a chat there with Daly. Who would think that, hey, I'm being offended. Why are you talking to me? And it's Daly who picks up, goes back to Stewart Woodfield. And it's just played out right in front of his coach there. That's Josette Kreger. She just, and there is a throw-in, foul throw, taken there by Sion Thomas. In fact, it's not Thomas, it's Dina. Thomas has already been substituted. That ball just played out. So just about 20 minutes left in this one. Time enough for the British Virgin Islands to get back in it. They'll have to find 2 goals as it drops to John. John going for a bit of a run. Fritz. Still John. And it's charged down. Falls to Davis. Davis with the early ball aimed at Charles. But it's cut out. Gangu with a heavy touch. Tariq Charles looking to do what he does best. but he's just stripped up there by Smith. Closely marshaled in this afternoon's proceedings. That's Tariq Charles. He has shown that given an inch, he can make a yard of space and be very decisive. As there we see the infringement as Woodfield. Quinn Woodfield from distance and just headed clear. Robin in a battle here. Treads the ball through. Connor up against Stewart, but it's given back away to Whitfield. To Robin, sorry. And then finally, Bailey just clears it out. The bench of the Anguillan team, they are in anguish really, as the pressure is coming now in waves. Dean cleared up field by Daly. Charles, Tariq Charles, one of the standout players for the tournament thus far, trying to thread the needle, but Anderson is able to win out, and then he just plays it into the pocket, but loses out to Gango. A short pass to Woodfield, who loses out, and here comes Hibbert. Good work by Woodfield, but then he loses out, and Hibbert tries to thread the needle. Across is Stewart. And the Anguillan team, though it's a very small country, population of just 15,000, they're coming for waves here now. Or just going out of play. Coming in waves. The British Virgin Islands, also one of a state, one of the British territories. There's a good work there, and across. Well handled by Stevens. As the ball is played wider here, looking to make something happen is Gango, but he loses out to Anderson. Anderson charges forward. Fritz winning it, but then it's given away again, and Connor able to come forward. Strong challenge there, sticking to it. There is Leonard. He's come on and decided that it's gonna be on my back here. He's putting in those challenges. Of course, the British Virgin Islands are British overseas territory in the Eastern Caribbean Sea. It is part of a chain of islands collectively known as the Virgin Islands, which makes up the northeastern extremities of the Greater Antilles. Puerto Rico lies in the west. The British Virgin Islands consist of 4 larger islands, Tortilla included. Ball across. Oh, just putting that one over there was Connor Ajani. And that's the water break as they take some refreshment here at the Hasty Crawford Stadium. Remember, you're watching the CFU Under 14 Boys Challenge Series. Anguilla, they lead this one 2-0 versus the British Virgin Islands. And while the players have a drink, we'll have one in the commentary booth. We'll be back for further after the break. So not much more time left in this one, just about 18 minutes plus whatever time will be added on by the referee. As the Anguillan team seem to be marching to victory here, a victory that will see them book their place in the semifinals of the Tier 2. During the break, there was a substitution. Coming off was Ellis Dean, and going on was K1 Julius. That was for the Anguillan team. But more substitutions as for the British Virgin Islands as Joel Gidford makes way for Ethan Mohammed. Ethan Mohammed started as captain in the first game as they make 3 substitutions. So on comes number 15 as well. It's Davis Tucker who comes on. Tucker Davis, sorry. And also coming on is Quinn Cooper, who's going to go to the wing-back position. So some changes here by the British Virgin Islands as they look to find their way back into this one. Nice turn, take and turn there by Florent. And it's going to be a goal kick, like a corner. So it's going to be a corner. Going across to take this one is the captain, the impressive Karen Hibbert. He's going to be taking this one. You can take it with the either boot, and they have taken it there. They normally do just touch it and leave it. Robin back to Hibbert. Something they would have practiced on the training park. Shot inside. As they build again. Robin. Ball across. Oh, corner! Tikari Connor. He came from the back, stayed forward, and he was on spot to just sweep it inside. They celebrate. Anguilla, it seemed they've booked their place into the semifinal. Look at it again. The ball just recycled here. Played wider. Robin with the picture perfect cross. And Connor Tikari, that is, was able to just swing it home and give his team the 3-goal advantage. So Anguilla now seem to be home and dry in this one. Mohammed looking to have a say otherwise. He's been fouled, says the referee. So it's going to be a free kick here for the British Virgin Islands. Things have fell apart for them in this one. They came into this game just looking to really finish the competition strong. Cooper. And it's going to be a throwing here. Ethan Mohammed is going to take this one. Thrown in, just played out. So it's going to be a corner that was off of the defender. So Mohammed tracking it down. He's going to be taking this corner. He started the competition with the captain's armband. Was taken by the impressive Penn, who started on the bench. But let's look at the delivery here. Ball floated across the area. Just swept out. As this one is played wider as he goes for a bit of a run here for Rent. And then coming across and just winning out there was Davis, but it goes into touch. So Anguilla here now looking to tighten the screws as they seem to have booked a place in the semifinals. The Dominican team that has traveled to the Hasty Crawford Stadium, they have been silenced. They came to provide spiritual support to the British Virgin Islands. A win for the British Virgin Islands, or even a draw, would have seen the Dominican team squeeze through, but it was not to be, as Anguilla have found an answer for everything thrown at them, and they've been able to provide this sort of firepower as Robin, still Robin, has been barged off, and it's cleared out, but it's, and the referee just calling things back to a halt as Stewart has gone down. Carlon Stewart has gone down injured. But it's been a wonderful experience for these youngsters, as this is the final preliminary match of this Group B in Tier 2. All the youngsters would have had a good experience coming out and playing in front of crowds, if you can call it that, but playing away from home, having been exposed to travel, hotel stay, and then on the pitch, high-level competition. I think they will go back to their respective islands, all the better for it. And Caribbean Union football would be on the rise as this Challenge Series, I think it's going to just be revitalizing the Caribbean Union. Of course, the future begins now as the Caribbean plant the seeds that are going to bloom in a couple of years. In an earlier game, there was Devon Berry. And guess what? Devon Berry, he plays for the U.S. Virgin Islands. And he has Trinidadian roots. His grandfather is from Marabella. So you could never know. Probably he'll be sporting the colors of the red, white, and black pretty shortly. As here comes John Doe. Finds Hibbert. Impressive Hibbert. He's got 2 for company. And the referee says he's the offending party in this one. Cooper urging his team forward. He knows that there's not much more time left in this one. He'll be hoping that he will be able, as that Stewart goes all the way across, aimed at Penn, but Penn unable to keep it in play. And Anderson, the buccaneering wing back, he came on as a substitute today, just allowing other players to get playing time. Hibbert playing this one forward. Good defensive header there by Walters, a bit of a handle ball. And the referee calling for the stamping instead of the handle ball. Very interesting. So the British Virgin Islands, they're going to get another opportunity here to reset. And if you're just joining us, Anguilla, they got their goals off of Colleen Joseph. He fired home a rebound to put his team up 1-0 on the stroke of halftime. And in the second half, it was a penalty that was awarded of a foul on Joseph that was converted by Jaron John. And then after that, it was a beautiful floated ball into the area. And the man on the spot, none other than the big defender who just swept it in, that's Tikari Connor. And that gave his team really a comfortable lead at that point. As this ball is banged upfield. Cleared partially, faults of Fritz. And he almost loses out, but he's able to win out. But then Anderson gets in the way. Anderson, a very good wing back. Sports the ball head in terms of the style. But often you see youngsters sporting the ball head. Not since Michael Jordan left the NBA. Ball played forward. And winning out here. Unable to really maintain possession. And Hibbert has to be very careful here. He's already on a yellow card. There he gets a bit of a talking to by the referee. His coach should have a stern word with him because they will not want to miss him going forward. He's already on a yellow card. And this game seems to be set at match in tennis terms. So he should not be doing anything out of the ordinary. And it's easily handled there by goalkeeper Brown. Brown finds John. John not the best of first touches. And doing some good skillful work there is Leonard. Finds Mohammed, who loses out. And then it's kept in play by John. John trying to get past Cooper. Cooper sticking to his task. Tucker. Ball slipped through. Corner. So the Anguillan team has not closed shop it just yet. They're deciding that they can stay in it. They're looking to get some sort of goal and result. Of course, they want to get 3, but you got to get them one at a time. So they'll want to at least get 1. The Anguillan team have just lost their rhythm with their substitutions. Thrown in, headed clear, falls to Robin. And the referee calling for the foul throw. Very interested in it. So the foul throw was made. the Anguillan team had gotten possession. They were in an advanced position, advantageous position as well. The referee called back for the foul throw. Hibbert. As the ball falls to Robin. Impressive, this young man. Plays like a player beyond his age. As he's here again, cutting it back. Shot! Oh, just flashing wide. Keith Jeller. Robin. He's showing a really maturity beyond his age. This young man. It's going to be a goal kick. And waltzing inside here is Mohammed. He finds Hibbert. He just barges Hibbert over. He's thinking shoulder to shoulder. The referee, who's not more than 5 yards away, says it's an infringement. Hibbert, the man for all season for this Anguillan team, he stands over this one. You'll have to wait to see which foot he's going to be kicking with. He can kick with both legs. I think it's going to be with the right boot on this occasion. He's going to be aiming at Connor, who's come forward. It is at Connor. Connor with a header. He's had us straight in an offside position. The referee assistant flag on the far side was up. So, Hibbert, you've got to circle that name if you're a scout in the Caribbean or any other part of the world. Kieran Hibbert, the captain of Anguilla. He's definitely one to watch for the future. Would be interested to see his progression. Cooper. Leonard Woodfield has disappeared from this game and just towed out there by Julius. Kalikwan, as the referee just tells Leonard, you got to come back a bit, lad. So it's going to be a throw-in. Again, it's into touch. Not much time left in this one. Leonard cleared up. Still not cleared. Davis. Shot. Corner. He's been awesome for his team at the back. He's also gotten a goal to add to his hard work. The big defender. Played through, but Brown is able to come and claim. They've starved Tariq Charles over any sort of play on the ball. As John, ball played through. It's going to be dangerous. Robin, the referee says, don't use your arms. As it's going to be an infringement. Leonard picks up. He has room and time. As any moment now, you can see the fourth official just putting up his clock to see how much more time would be added on to this one. Leonard throwing it in. Just cleared out. So the Anguillan team are looking to finish strong here. Mohammed. Leonard finds Davis. Good work by Davis here. Still Davis. Trying to do too much. Falls to Hibbert. Hibbert looking to put the moves on. Still not clear. Walters. But it's kept in play there by Florent. And his early ball aimed at Robin. Well handled by Stewart. And then Walter is able to put it up. Anderson. So a bit of backs and forward now as the tired legs begin to step in. Anguilla, they know that they are home and dry. Barring really something catastrophic. Some nice work there by Leonard. He's come out and looked well. He showed some good skill. Mohammed. Woodfield. As Anderson in a battle with Penn. He's disappeared completely from this one. Miles Penn. Woodfield. Davis. So they're finally beginning to string some passes together. The British Virgin Islands team here. Is it too little, too late? Connor with a missed kick. But then just clearing it out was Smith. Another foul throw. The referee, though, he signals an end to this one. So at the end of this one, the Anguillan team, they walk away 3-0 winners. They've booked their place into the semi-final. What a game it was. Anguilla came out knowing that they needed to win. The British Virgin Islands, they just wanted to finish the competition strong on the back of a victory last time out. It was not to be. As Anguilla, they were able to come here and stamp their way into the semi-finals. We have the highlights. It started with both teams paying the respect to the national anthems. Next was the fist bump by the players with the referee. Then it was all action on the pitch as the players took to the field. Anguilla was on the attack, but Stevens stood tall for his team. This one, a beautiful ball by John. Connor, Johnny that is, floated it back. John with a goal at his mercy. was unable to get it past the keeper and his defenders. Hibbert, he was impressive for all of the game, but Stevens stood in his way in the first half. But then Hibbert, with this ball, it was just played out, a shot from distance here, but that was parried and it fell to Joseph. Joseph put it in, and it was 1-0 on the stroke of halftime. Anguilla celebrated. They know that they had a foot in the door. In the second half, there was a foul on Joseph. It resulted in a penalty, calmly and well taken by Gerard John, and it was 2-0 at this time, and the British Virgin Islands was chasing the game, but then Anguilla put it to rest with this play. The ball built up here. The tackle coming in, strong tackles it was, as the British Virgin Islands did not give up. Tariq Charles, he had it hard this evening, starved of any service. But this was the goal that put things to rest. The impressive Robin with the ball across. Corner. This time, Tikari Corner puts it into the back of the net, and Anguilla they sewed things up with an impressive 3-0 victory. Well, for all of us here, I want to thank you for viewing as we've come to the end of another game in the CFU Challenge Series. Anguilla, they won 3-0. Of course, this brought to you by the respective sponsors, the government of the Trinidad and Tobago, through the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, Sport Company of Trinidad and Tobago, Sport TT, I Choose Sport, Powerade, Subway, Blue. Sport 6 TT, the official ground transportation provider for 2024 CFU Boys Under 14 Challenge Series coordinators, hosted in Trinidad and Tobago.
I know it's dangerous, but you're the only one who can unite the people.
You ready, Bob?
No guns can stop this message. I want the world to change. And that time is now.
This is my message to you.
Subway Series presents the Italianos. 3 new subs made with an Italian flair. Say ciao to the zesty hotshot Italiano, the tastier than ever ultimate BMT, or go all in with the boss. Each served with a free 16-ounce drink. Elevate your game at Subway.
This is your captain.
I get it, rules are rules if he's grounded!
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
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 And we speak with one voice.